Hello, my name is David Ziegelheim, and I'd like to talk about the stimulus today. What the stimulus needed to do was take idle facilities, idle workers, and put them back to work. They could have been workers in a factory, they could have been computer programmers, they could have been accountants. They were people who, because of the economic contraction, were no longer deemed necessary. What happened, though, is we spent a lot of money, or will spend, because it really hasn't been spent yet, on areas that are new development that reflect new policy. Some of it is arguably quite needed, some infrastructure improvements, bridges and roads that really needed to be repaired are being repaired. However, those weren't the idle facilities. The idle facilities are things such as the auto assembly plants that are being closed for the summer. Where did it go wrong? Well, it probably went wrong partially because we didn't really address it to those things. Now, it's really hard to pick the right stimulus. You just can't say it without a planned economy where you want to spend it. And planned economies are very inefficient. However, money could have been allocated with tax incentives. There could have been commissions to determine which areas needed subsidies, or the real thing is just give money back to the people who were spending it before and who aren't spending it now with incentives to spend it. And you could have done it in ways that created the incentive to use those facilities. For example, autos were one of the areas clearly hurting and are a major driver in the economy. A simple purchase credit would have provided an additional incentive to purchase new cars. That could have been coupled with a removal of the Social Security and Medicare taxes for a period of time. That would have put money back in the hands of people who work. Those are regressive taxes, so it would have been weighted more toward workers than to people who are living off investments or who have relatively high incomes, and those taxes are a smaller percentage of their total tax burden. It would have also reduced the effective cost of labor for employers, meaning that they would have had an additional incentive to produce products and to sell those products at a competitive price where those products used a large amount of American labor. That would have had an immediate incentive. That would have caused people to say, I can use this incentive now to increase my inventories for future periods. And hopefully we would have been able to increase demand in those future periods also. Unfortunately, that wasn't done. The net result is this stimulus will be an ongoing spending program for the next several years. It will attempt to affect new policy, which may or may not be successful. It won't have an immediate effect on the economy. It won't have an immediate detrimental effect either. In the long run, if the money is not well allocated, if the money does not have a positive return on its investment, it will have a long-term deleterious effect. How big an effect remains to be seen. This is David Ziegelheim. Thank you for your time.